Pokemon Pokopia reviews are in, and there's a bunch of new screenshots and details to go over, so we're going to be taking a look at them today. If you're excited to find out more about this game that's launching in just a couple of days time, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's jump in. I will leave links to the news outlet that uploaded these screenshots in the corner just so you can check out the original article and read through the review yourself. But we're looking at the screenshots today, and this one here, an important request, rebuild the Pokemon Center. So this gives us another look at the UI and kind of the colorful UI on screen presence that we will see as we take on new tasks. This presumably is at the start of the game when the professor gives us the kind of first big milestone of rebuilding the Poke Center. I thought it was really cool. We haven't seen anything like this yet, so definitely had to share it. These are in no particular order, but jumping straight to the next one, there is of course, presumably again, the SS Anne, already built out using cubes. Now I don't know if the reviewer did this or if this is already part of the map. I'm guessing it's already part of the map because that is really cool. And you can actually see at the very front of the ship a Pokeball, which if my memory serves me correct, there is a Pokeball at the front of the SS Anne in the Gen 1 games, I'm pretty sure. So that's a really cool throwback. This is of course Kanto. This has been confirmed just with the amount of Pokemon and things like that. So the goal is of course to rebuild Kanto. To see the SS Anne there is just a really nostalgic moment. Moving on, just to reiterate the fact that this is definitely Kanto, because I know some people were kind of questioning it. Apparently you can see diary entries and newspaper articles around the area, and here we have one that says, "We managed to track down the renowned Kenzo, owner of the largest building in the area, for a special interview. My family has dreamed of constructing a building here for generations," said a tearful Kenzo. With Machamp by his side, Machamp has also helped with the construction. So just another kind of story from Gen 1, just a little bit of a nod or a throwback to Gen 1, which is really cool. Anyway, moving on, we have another habitat that we haven't seen before, so a fireplace and a comfy sofa. We don't know which Pokemon here, but there are at least two that this habitat will kind of spawn in, and it says here habitat number 150, so we know at least there's 150 habitats, which is pretty crazy given some habitats can spawn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Pokemon. But no doubt we'll have to either buy these items or craft them, place them together in a building or somewhere outside in order to find these Pokemon. It says there one is common, no doubt the other one is slightly rarer. So let me know in the comments which Pokemon you think this fireplace nap spot will spawn. Moving on, again, there's no particular order here. We've got some really crazy ones coming up, so I'm just going through them as I found them, but here's some more of the UI of a Timber coming up saying, "I want something," and it's a toy. So I'm guessing the Pokemon wants you to go and construct a toy, bring it back. So it's just another one of those in-game side quests. Here we also see a Slowbro there, another Pokemon. Not sure if we've seen it at this point. I can't really remember which ones we have and haven't seen, but really cool to see some different Pokemon. Oh, I've just noticed a massive Charizard there as well. We did know these starters and their evolutions were already in this, but it's kind of cool to see a massive Charizard walking around. As you can see, the Pokemon Center has been built. Now, by the way, today's video was going to be about the PC in front of the shop, and then the reviews dropped. But we'll talk more about the review scores at the end of the video. Here we have a new building, which is obviously just a custom building someone has built out of the blocks with the doors and windows and the planter there. Really cool. It just goes to show that it's going to be unlimited in terms of creativity, what you can build, and whatever you can imagine with blocks, you can build it. Just wanted to share this one because it's just cool seeing different types of buildings. It's good for inspiration. Next, we have seen this habitat before. It's kind of a stool with a fishing rod, and it will attract kind of water Pokemon and Magikarp, things like that. So it's kind of cool to see from this review, they saw a Magikarp falling asleep on the stool there. Pretty cool. Now, I include this one because we haven't seen this yet. As far as I know, this is the kind of the boot screen, the title screen of Pokemon Pokopia. That could be where you last took a screenshot, or could be the last place you were in game. But as you can see, it says press A button here to boot into Pokemon Pokopia. So really cool to see kind of the screen there at the start of the game. Moving on, we have the Mosslax, the sleeping kind of mossy Snorlax there, just sound asleep in a cave somewhere. It's cool to see this from a different angle. We did see this in the very first trailer, of course, but this is from a slightly different angle and is from one of the review copies where the player actually encountered Mosslax. By the sounds of the reviews, they all went to different locations and pretty much confirmed everything we already know, so that's why we're not going through the reviews, just taking a look at their screenshots. Next, I thought this one was cool because this is before the Pokemon Center has been reconstructed, and the professor is basically encouraging you to go and find Onix, it seems. Did you rescue Onix? I don't know if this has anything to do with the rain pouring down and Onix being a rock Pokemon, but in the next screenshot, we do see Ditto finding him. What's super interesting here is actually it seems that Ditto has had to find and locate Onix rather than the humanoid Ditto. So I don't know if that's going to be something that we're going to have to consider going around the Kanto region or the unexplored region. Is there areas we can only get to as a single Ditto? I thought that was cool because we haven't seen Ditto in the game just as Ditto really. So I don't know, maybe it's a wild Ditto, who knows? Next, I thought this was really interesting. We haven't seen anything else about this. This was in one of the reviews of a Volcanion, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Pretty unexpected Pokemon to see, I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit dubious about even putting this in the video, but it is in one of the reviews, and it was uploaded as part of their screenshot, so I'm guessing it's real. You've got the Pokopia background there, so I'm sure we will encounter a Volcanion. Moving on, we have some fossil Pokemon. Now, we do know fossils are a thing. We have seen a picture, I think, from one of the demos of a fossil section, but here we can see a fossilized statue out on display outside of the Pokemon Center, so this has obviously been collected or crafted and then proudly displayed as a decoration. We've also got Heracross there in the background, really cool Pokemon, love that, to see that in kind of these images as well. Next up, we've got another picture of Gimmighoul, who we have seen, I think, as part of the actual UI icon, which is cool. Let me see the treasure I'm looking for is, well, first of all, rainbow feathers, of course. We're going to have to find rainbow feathers in the game, search out those, and then we can give them to Gimmighoul, presumably in some kind of museum or something like that. This looks like a really well-built room, so I don't know if we place Gimmighoul there or if this is a building on the island where you encounter Gimmighoul. So obviously this game is huge. There's going to be lots to look forward to when it comes to just exploring Pokopia. Next up, we have a nighttime screenshot, which we don't see too many of, but this is more about the outfit. You learned the sailor outfit look. So rather than finding clothes and just stealing them to wear, it seems that Ditto finds clothes around, or maybe is inspired by where they are. This is obviously on the SS Anne or whatever ship that is in Pokopia. And instead of taking the clothes and owning them as an item and putting them on, Ditto looks at them and is like, yeah, I can learn to transform like that sailor outfit. I thought that was really cool, so definitely wanted to share this detail because as we're exploring Pokopia, no doubt there'll be hundreds of outfits we can learn. Speaking of outfits, Ditto is wearing glasses here, and thinking back, I don't think we've seen any other accessories for Ditto other than just clothing items and backpacks. So really cool to see some actual glasses. I don't know if Ditto found these to wear or maybe saw them and just thought, yeah, I can learn to wear glasses, and transforms into some glasses. So Scyther mid-action there, but the star of this screenshot is of course Ditto's glasses. Had to include this one because we have another den, and this one looks, I don't know if it's a little bigger or not, looks a little bit bigger than the one we've seen before. We've got a double bed in there, some furniture, a mirror which we can use to change up our appearance, a Eevee plushie and a chair. Great place to do some decorating and go for a bit of a nap. Wanted to show this because I think we're going to do lots of these honestly and just make little dens for different Pokemon. So wanted to share this one, super cool. Okay, so we've got another screenshot here. Don't forget, I will link below these articles where I've got these screenshots from. They have been shared as parts of reviews, and the link is on screen as well of the news outlet who published them. But here we have some more UI. It says first one, log table. With just some cutting and sanding, you can turn logs into a proper table. So using the crafting bench that we can see there, this player has managed to craft a table. We knew this was a thing. We've seen it in the Nintendo Treehouse Live and the demos and things like that. But the thing that I find interesting here is the UI. So again, there's going to be quite a colorful, in-your-face, large UI just to help you acknowledge when you're doing certain things in the game. And obviously there's going to be challenges and celebrations when you reach certain stretch goals and milestones. So wanted to include this one because I don't think we've seen this particular one. Next up, we have another building, which I'm assuming is made by the people who were doing the review, or maybe it's some kind of shop we discover. But here we've got a Clefable behind the desk with a till and just various things. So this might be a shop actually, because it looks like some items like a fan there, and then we've got the kind of the punching bag and some food item and some light bulbs all for sale here. So I don't know if that Clefable, sorry, is actually selling things or if this has been made. So I definitely think this just reiterates there's so much to learn and discover as we go into Pokemon Pokopia. This one is pretty sad. We have Cubone here and a grave. So I don't know if this is going to be a habitat to encounter Marowak or a ghost Pokemon, but it does look like it's a nearby habitat and it's Cubone's home. So I don't know, maybe you can go in the gravestone. I just wanted to share this not only because we've got the weather and the rain falling and a vast area of the island really high up here, but it's the gravestone. We haven't seen this before, and either it's going to be a new habitat to encounter other Pokemon, or you can actually go inside and it's Cubone's home. Still really cool to see new items that we haven't seen before. Next up, another example of seeing a UI nearby in the top left there, but also more of the tracks, which I think will be a massive part of just getting around the island. We can also see some electric wire here, so there's going to be a lot of infrastructure we can build out if we want to, but I included this one because the track is just really cool. It kind of looks like Ditto is sliding along the track. So originally I thought we would need like a Pokemon to help us ride it, but it kind of looks like Ditto is sliding along the track there. So I don't know if that's a glitch or if that is Ditto literally moving around, but wanted to include it nevertheless. And for the last one here, they are building an empty house, which is also a habitat. And the reason this is so cool is because we've got a different UI again of all the building parts. We've got different blocks, different roof tiles, and just different cliffs and things we can bring together. And it actually says here the quantity you have of each. So it looks like we're going to have to craft these. So if you want to build out an angled roof or put on a corner piece, you're going to have to go and craft them first, get a number or a quantity of them, and then bring them to the place where you're actually constructing and use them. So you can run out. Originally I thought, oh, you just build like a rectangle and you just be able to place a roof and build it up. I didn't realize, or I didn't think that you'd have to have a limited number to actually build it out. Makes sense, I guess, but never really seen it, so wanted to include this UI as well. So there we have it, just a bunch of screenshots showing off some new mechanics, new materials, and new encounters as well. Really cool. My favorite so far is seeing how colorful the UI is, and a reminder that you're going after various milestones, as well as knowing some of the habitats will probably be inside, like the fireplace and the comfy sofa. But yeah, let me know what you think of these screenshots. Does this get you even more excited for Pokopia? Let me know. As for the reviews, everyone from IGN to GameSpot and Game Informer are all giving it a 9 out of 10, with those who measure on 5 stars giving it 4.5 out of 5. So really high 90-95% scores there for a really good game. This, no doubt, is going to be a system seller, which I think is exactly what Nintendo wants to kind of boost Nintendo Switch 2 sales. So the reviews are out there. I've linked them all below where we got these screenshots from. Go and check out, read the reviews. It's really exciting. I don't think you're going to want to miss out. And they do include a lot of details about their experiences rebuilding Kanto, the Pokemon they encounter. So I definitely recommend reading through them. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're as hyped as I am. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.